Let's get right to the interview segment. He recently released a new book, Killing Crazy Horse. Welcome back to the show, the host of No Spin News, my good friend Bill O'Reilly. Boy, by the way, this man sells books. This book is fantastic. I read it. I love it. Also on the New York Times bestseller list. As other books come and go on that list, Bill O'Reilly's book, Killing Crazy Horse, remains. We'll talk about that in a second, Bill. AOC, over the weekend, Ocasio-Cortez, the Green New Deal Congresswoman from New York, said this to Dick Tapper. Listen.
Do you think that that's going to be a major part of your role under a potential Biden administration, trying to push him to the left?
You know, is my job to push the Democratic Party? Absolutely. And that has been my job since, and that has been a part of my role since I've been elected.
And Bill, that has to be a major concern for America, that to see a first-term Congresswoman saying that it's her job to pull a President Biden to the left. Your thoughts?
Well, Kamala Harris is going to do that. They don't need a congresswoman from the Bronx to do that. Harris, the VP, is going to do that. I mean, look, if you vote for Joe Biden, and I'm not coming at this from an acrimonious point of view. I'm not. But if you vote for Joe Biden, you're voting to dismantle traditional America, and that includes capitalism. I mean, Biden wants to spend $15 trillion on weather theories. I believe that climate change is real, but am I going to throw $11 trillion into some maybe wind will mitigate it? No, I'm not. I'm going to work with the climatologists and the environmentalists to get the United States to be as clean as possible, all the while knowing that China and India will not cooperate at all, and that global warming is going to continue. We're not going to ruin the U.S. economy because Ocasio-Cortez says we have to do this. I mean, but Biden will. So that's who you're voting for. And it's pretty clear.
Yeah. You know, I'm pretty sure you're not a Bernie bro, but I'm also hearing indications that Bernie Sanders wants to be part of a Biden administration if he becomes if Biden becomes president. You have Ocasio-Cortez pulling Biden to the left on fuel and energy and environmentalist issues, and then you have Bernie bro basically bringing Democrat socialism to America.
Well, number one, I hope that Senator Sanders is part of a Biden administration if Joe wins. I would make him ambassador to Tonga, which is an island in the South Pacific. Bernie would go and do a little of this out there. It's nice weather. That's where I'd put him. Why not?
He wants to be labor secretary. He wants to be the labor secretary, and we all know what that means. $20, $25 an hour mandates.
He wants to be labor secretary, and then we'd have a hammer and sickle on every piece of correspondence coming out of there. Come on. The guy's a communist. He is. Bernie Sanders is a communist. He don't believe in private property. I mean, everybody knows that.
But here's what I'm getting at, Bill. Here's what I'm getting at.
Party.
You're looking at Biden and Kamala Harris going out there saying, I'm for fracking, I'm for this, that, and the other. When they get in there, we may see a completely different America run by Democrats, socialists, perhaps.
There's no may about it. If they win and the Senate goes Democrat, you see, the Senate, if it stays Republican, will block a lot of this insanity. Yep. But if the Democrats sweep, as I said, America is dismantled.
Let's get to this. This is a big story. Wall Street Journal so the whole story, the Hunter Biden, as President Trump on my show last week said, it's the laptop from hell. Wall Street Journal opinion side, Kim Strassel, pointing out some very important things that she found and believed. And the news side said they didn't refute it. They just said they're not going to go ahead and jump into that story. What do you think's going on?
I know what's going on. The K Street people in Washington, D.C., that advise the Democratic Party have basically told the corporate media chieftains, if you run the Hunter Biden story, we will not cooperate with you after we're elected. So therefore, after the Bobolinsky interview last night on Fox News, and he was Hunter Biden's business partner, no one picked it up. No one. Okay? Because They go, we need access to Biden-Harris if they win. That's what's going on.
So news divisions across, let's call it, all right, let's do this. You know, there's the old school media. And the new school media being Twitter, Facebook, they've basically murdered old school media, but now they're coming back and saying, hey, jump in bed with us. You're not going to run this Hunter Biden story because we don't think, and I'm talking about Jack Dorsey testifying in a Senate hearing this week, saying that, look, if they won't run it, why should we?
Well, look, do you have a picture of Dorsey you can put up there? I thought Dorsey was playing second base for the Tampa Bay Rays. And look at the beard on the guy. I mean, what's going on here? The culture, as you know, Bolling, in Silicon Valley, where all these people live, is far left. And they're going to do whatever they can to advance far left causes. So that's why you see a story about Hunter Biden not being disseminated by the high-tech companies. It's very simple. The fix is in. Yeah.
Very quickly, it blows me away that the left is supposed to be all about free speech, you know, peaceful protesting, free speech, First Amendment, and then rather than allowing this story to get air, to see air, to get lights on it, disinfect it, so to speak, by hey, maybe it's not true. Who knows? But let's at least explore it, pull it apart. That's what journalism's supposed to be, but they don't want any part of that when it's against them. Bill, the book. Tell me about Killing Crazy Horse. I talked about it at the beginning of this segment, moving back up the New York Times bestseller list. That's quite a feat, my friend.
Yes. And first of all, you all should know that Bolling is so busy that the fact that he read Killing Crazy Horse is just, I'm just blown away. 9th Killing book. The most successful nonfiction book series of all time. 17 million copies of my books in print. And they say that Killing Crazy Horse is the best one. If you go to Amazon.com, 93% of the folks, not the pinhead reviewers, the folks, say the book is excellent. That really makes me feel good. You want to know about the history of your country in an honest way? You want to know about the Indian Wars, 77 years of them? Yep. Killing Crazy Horse.
And you know what? I'm one of the folks, Bill, and I want to wish you congratulations on another very successful book. Always great having you. Just a couple of days before the election. We'll get you back right afterwards and see what the heck just happened. Thanks, Bill O'Reilly, everybody.